Hi guys, this is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have yet to do so. And if you get anything from my work, a connect, dot, an epiphany, a mind explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, artwork to create, please consider supporting my work. All the links will be at the bottom of the description of this channel. AllyKatCreations211.com is where you can find the paint and sip paintings, the signs, craft and sips, plethora of pyramids and artwork and candles. Oh my, hyper realistic pencil drawings and so much more. Go view my portfolio, and if you're interested in any of it, if you want to purchase something or get something commissioned, please email me. That's the best way to get in contact with me. Mind you, I do work a full-time job and some other stuff going on. So I might not get to you right away, but I will definitely get to you. 3D memberships is a really great way to support this channel, and you guys get free entries into raffles when I do hold them, and you guys get oracle card readings for the collective of the members. Those take place every week, and it's a nice value. I will be doing more in the future. I have to just abstain right now for where I'm at financially, not the best place. So coming October, I'm going to have a 4D membership. I might do private paint and sips or explore some art therapy techniques. I am not an art therapist by certification, but I'm taking a lot of courses right now and would love to test some ideas out with all of you. So today we're going to do a painting, the things you're going to need. Acrylic paint. I am doing an ocean. I was just at the Indiana Dunes with my boyfriend, Marine. It was a phenomenal, beautiful weekend. And I would love to paint one of the pictures that I did, but I'm not going to make it photorealistic. I'm going to make my own interpretation of it. So you're going to need lots of blues, sea foams. You're going to need some browns, yellows, whites, grays. We're going to make this pop. It's going to be great. And if you don't want to do a beach scene, you can just paint along with me with whatever you want. Also, you're going to need a cup with water with your paintbrushes, palette paper, so you can put your paint and mix it, paper towel to dry your brushes after cleaning them. Optional, but if you would like a easel with a canvas. Don't forget your sip. I got blackberry lemonade in there. It's really refreshing. For anybody, I smoke tobacco. Not the best things in the world, but it helps with my pain management. Uh, Also, you can play binaural beats or any of your favorite music in the background, because the method I use as a painter is I do a background, I let it dry, and then I put in the layers. So I don't do wet on wet because it bleeds into colors. I like the way I do my thing. I hope you do yours. But just keep in mind that sometimes you're going to need to take a pause, and that's okay. Make sure you got something pleasurable in the background, meditative music, however you want to relax and take and spend some time with me today. I'm going to get the sky in first because it seems to be the largest component. of the painting. I'm gonna mix some of this colors up. I'm just measuring out. So I'm doing is taking like I said, I'm going based off the picture. I'm not necessarily trying to match colors. And if we know me, because this is gallery wrapped, meaning the top here has canvas. I like to paint the edges. So that if there is somebody who wants to purchase this or don't have the money to fulfill getting a frame, because sometimes things are expensive in life. No, because it is the background, I am using a flat, larger brush, not those big ones, but a nice size one. You can always go to the dollar store and get any type of brushes. It doesn't, as long as it's for acrylic paint. The oil paint brushes are a lot different. And some types of watercolor painting brushes are different. So you want to just get a versatile all-around brush set, and sometimes you could get that at the dollar store. Sometimes you could buy paint kits that already come with brushes. Whatever is in your affordability. But basically, we're just coming in. The paints that I have are very water-based. So we're gonna have to put multiple layers of color down. That's why I'm not worried about where exactly my line for the water will be. I might bring it up a bit. That's okay. Actually. I'm just adding white over here. Because there is a little hue. Actually, I might bring that up a bit more. That's better. So I'm taking like vermilion, tealish green also in here. This water is not just blue. There's tinges of different colors and hues in the ocean. We will define that as we go along, but I'm adding some blue along with some green in here. So we get some contrast. And then we have our water, our whites. This will be more defined in a little bit. We're just breaking down where our composition to our painting is. That's runny. I don't know what's going on there. I did shake these. I'm taking a thinner square brush. I'm putting in some sand. We're just doing the undercolor right now, the underpainting. So what I'm doing, if you're doing anything off of a picture, look to see the shapes, the colors of what you want. We're going to be adding rocks and stuff. There's a lot of rocks. We're just doing the under painting, so no worries. So roughly your painting is going to look similar. If you're doing the same thing to this, if you're doing whatever you want, you're just watching to have relaxation. We're going to let this dry. How you can determine if it's dry or not is the sheen that comes off the lighting that you have in your space. Once it's not as shiny, it is drying. You can also touch if you don't want. We want our colors to be not running into each other in terms of blues, browns, and in the sky. So hang out, take a sip of your painting. Take a sip of your painting. Does that make sense? Sorry, guys. Take a sip of your sip, whatever that may be. Jam out to some music. It should take 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the type of acrylics you're using. It might take longer. You can open up a window. You can put a fan. Um, Little Thor is somewhere out there. I'm waiting for his little tushy. So just let this dry and we're going to go back in and do more details. This is just the under painting. Your painting should be dry. As I said, this is the under painting. Now we're going to add some more layers. I'm just layering color. There really wasn't that many clouds at all in the picture, but I want to give the picture some depth. Bit better. Okay, we're gonna let that soak in for 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're gonna do the water. Make sure you're sipping. Okay, as you let that soak in, I'm adding some lime green. We'll see why in a little bit. Once you have this all blended in, I'm going to take a round brush. And you're going to create that ocean splash wave crashing into the ground effect. We're going to come back into this because we're still going to do the sand and the rocks, but we got to get the background of the rocks done first. I'm going to add a little bit of blend to my brown. I'm just blending colors in. Okay. Next, we're going to add some gray, but we're going to wait for that to dry. I'm going to wait for the oceans to dry. The sky's looking pretty good. We might soften it up just a smidgen with some more white. And then more definition to the ocean. Because right now it's just a layer, getting the composition of the waves and stuff of that nature. So make sure you're sipping, make sure you're enjoying, and we'll see you in a little bit. Hey, everybody. Still a little wet. That's all right. So we're going to come in and do some interesting, very light. What I want for the rocks. Gotta give it some flow in there. I'm just adding some highlights of the water. Now down here, I'm just gonna clean my brush. What I'm gonna do first is lift this bad boy up. I'm gonna map out my rocks with white. And some black. So there's rocks in this picture. We're going to let this dry so that we can go back in with some details and more defined color. Um, but we don't want it to get too murky and too overwhelmed. So wait for that to dry, and we're halfway done. We're going to take a small round brush. We're going to go in, swap the picture up. So I'm just tapping in color here. I'm adding a tiny bit in the brown. I'm going to personalize this for myself, but you can leave this here. Let it dry. But I want to personalize it. Pause 2 seconds. So this is from the Indiana Dunes that I visited. I'm just freehanding this. Usually I'll take a paint marker. A little too much. Let's see if I have a small brush. And it's a little hard to see. Yeah, you can always get templates for handwriting and stuff. I like free writing things in. Is it more personal touch? It's up to you though. I'm just thickening this up a bit. I'm adding some white to my gray. So I also added the date that I went. I'm also going to add I saw a lot of hawks in the air. Being that's my spirit totem animal. There you go. You could take any one of your holiday experiences, any of your vacation spots, and you can personalize it. And there's my little memory there, but you guys can leave it blank. You could do you. You can add in you going to Florida, you going to the Caribbean, whatever it is. I like sometimes making keepsakes and memory paintings. So I hope you guys enjoyed this paint and sip. Make sure you sit. You enjoyed yourself, you relaxed, you put meditative music on. I would love to see what you are doing. So please make sure you email me some pictures. I would love to see the things that you paint and you draw, whatever it is that you do. I would love to see it. Sending each and every one of you love, like a passion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, sprinkle and seed your truths, light that path forward, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Sorry that these have not been out continuously. Life is happening and happening in not the easiest of ways for me. So I'm just happy and glad I got to do this today for you. Have a blessed and beautiful day wherever you are. Bye for now.